Hey, you all. I promised I was going to share with you guys how God drew me to Himself and how it all started. So, at this time in my life, I was about 19 years old and living for the world. So, my mom really wanted me to attend these nightly meetings that were going on, and I did not want to attend at all. So, she asked, "How much can I pay? Like, how much would it be worth for me to be able to attend?" And I needed some clothes at the time, and it came up to $40. So I was like, $40. If you pay me $40, I'll come to this meeting that you've been begging me to come to. So that night, I was on the phone with my friend, and I was like, "Listen, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sit in the back. And when the preaching starts, I'm going to just slip out and just finish our conversation." So, now, okay, let me get back up a little bit. So, in the islands, when they have like these kind of tent meetings, like this place where they had it was like pitch dark. And so the tent, it's like open air. And so you can't actually see who's all in there. You can only see the light on the preacher. So I sat in the far back. And so my mom wouldn't even know like if I slipped out for a little bit. So I got there, and all intentions were just to just stay there as long as I could, and when I had a great chance opportunity, I would just sneak out. So I'm there, preliminaries, songs, and then the preacher comes up to preach, and I was at the edge of my seat, just in awe and like convicted of my sins. Now, prior to this time, I was living in the world, and I like very, very little conviction of any wrong that I've done. I mean, yeah. So at this time, I am just like in shock, because not only is like what he's saying like convicting me, but I am literally like encountering the God of heaven. Like my mind was like blown away that God was so personal. So I quickly got out the meeting afterwards and just went and called my friend, and I kind of expressed everything that I was feeling, everything that was going on. They were in shock, and I was like in shock. And so my mom did pay me the $40, so I went back the next day to the meeting, and I actually, instead of purchasing like clothes and all the stuff I wanted to purchase, I instead purchased like DVDs from the speakers and material so that I can learn and study. And I remember talking to my friend, and then I was just expressing, like I said, like my convictions and just what was going on. They was like, "Man, I want you to be like that person. Like I hope this never goes." Like how I expressed just the way I was at that time, it was just, it was amazing. So that started um my journey in seeking God. And I remember like right shortly after, I encountered God in just in an interesting way, where I realized that the things that I was doing, the life I was living, it was just not pleasing to God, and I wanted change. I wanted different, and like literally just praying to Him and actually experiencing Him through His Word, like I share with you guys. And at that moment, around that time, a lot in my life changed, and I remember my dad saying to me that if God can change you, and because I was a mess, then He can change anyone. And so my dad, as in turn, decided to follow Jesus. So that in itself, like, really helped my family and relationship, and just it literally changed the course of my life. And I'm just ever so grateful and thankful for God to be able to just meet me at my lowest point, at one of the messiest times in my life, and just touch me. And ever since then, I've been just on a journey to seeking that experience and receiving His love. So I just wanted to share that aspect of the first time when God actually just changed the course of my life. And I'm ever so grateful for that opportunity, that experience. And even if it was something I did not want to go or do, God knew, and He just reached out. He's like, listen, if whatever means it would take for me to just receive Him, and I'm truly grateful. So I pray that this short testimony will bless you, and please continue to follow after God and know that He's real. He's a God of mercy, of compassion, and forgiveness, and He cares so much about you. God bless you all.